Hey everybody, Adam here with Optimal Sup. Today we're going to be installing an optimal no-slip paddle grip onto a Dragonboat paddle. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our adhesive strips, and we're going to put them at both the bottom and the top of where we want the grip to be affixed. And we already sized them to where they're just barely overlapping. And what we're going to do is we're going to activate them. We'll bring that up, and we're going to have this so it's about 3/4 of an inch above where the bottom of the grip is going to sit. And then to keep it there, I'm going to go and use the heat gun, and we're going to very, very gently warm it up just enough to where it activates. We don't want to go and heat this up enough to where it melts and curls. Just enough to activate so it keeps the adhesive in place when we're getting everything else set up. So just a hair more. There we go. And if you can see where that starts to get, that starts to melt just a little bit, and that's perfect. So now it's not moving, not getting out of the way. And we're going to measure again to determine the exact spot that we want the top of the grip, the top adhesive piece to go. And that's going to be about there. And like I said, we'll put that adhesive at least 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch from both the top and the bottom. And when we put the overlap, we're going to put that basically so it's aligned on the spine. So that way if you put it on the side or on the front, then your fingers are going to be hitting that spot. So that'll be on the back of it. So your hands this way, you don't have that little bump getting in your way and feeling awkward. Alright, a little heat gun for just a sec. And you can see that curls up a little bit. You see my finger, just push it down. And I want to make sure I don't heat it up so much that it curls a lot. Just enough to give it just a teeny bit of activation so it stays in place when I'm doing everything else. And that's in place nicely. So those are staying put. I'm going to let that cool just a little bit. And while that's cooling, I'll get the next part prepped. All right, now we've let this cool enough. We're going to now take the grip and we're going to simply slip it right over the top. And very gently bring it down. And we want to be gentle bringing that over the adhesive. The adhesive is in place, but it's not really cinched down all the way. So you can push it and move it, and we don't really want to do that. We want to kind of keep it where it is. So now what we're going to do, I like to go and measure the pattern so this lines up nice and cleanly. You know, it won't change the performance, but it just aesthetically looks a little bit better if you have a nice line. Down there. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and start with heat shrink. What I'm going to do is you'll start at the bottom. I'm going to go 360 degrees around the bottom. Just want to make sure everything lines up nicely. Get a couple inches from the bottom, so that way it stays in place. And then I'm going to work my way up. I'm going to let that cool for just a little bit, and then I'll come back to that. Alright, and here's our finished paddle. All reassembled. Sized and ready for use.